I would like to thank one of my subscribers, JG, for this article, and this is from Pew Research Center. In a rising number of U.S. counties, Hispanics and Black Americans are the majority. And this number is going to continue to skyrocket across America because the demographics are changing fast. All right, y'all. So pay attention to things like this because they're going to throw in all kinds of monkey wrenches along the way, talking about depopulation and all that. They're trying to aim all of that towards us, but the country is being depopulated. It's just not the group you expected it to be. So, that's why you hear all that talk, but don't pay any mind to it because what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, not only is it divine, it must happen. This is the only way change will happen in America. It's not going to happen any other way unless the demographics across the country change. Then change is forced, and it really truly needs to be forced at this point in time. Non-Hispanic white Americans accounted for 60% of the US population, but in a growing number of counties, a majority of residents are Hispanic or Black. And I want you to notice they always put Black in lowercase. So this is just another form of belittling us in these articles. You'll see that a lot from, the typical mainstream media. But when we do our stories, we can disregard that kind of stuff and make their stuff non-important because at this point it really is reflecting the nation's changing demographics and shifting migration patterns. In 2018, there were 151 US counties where Hispanic, Blacks, or two much smaller racial and ethnic groups. So it could be a combination of Black and Hispanic, or it could be also Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, um, American Indians and Alaska Natives made up a majority of the population, according to a Pew Research analysis of the US Census Bureau data. That which an increase from 110 such counties in 2000. The 41 counties that joined the list between 2000 and 2018 are all majority Hispanic or majority Black. And you'll see a list of the counties, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it's going to be at the end, and I'll show that to you. So here's a map right here. Now, remember, the Black population is big, especially in the southern states. It's in all of the states where slavery heavily took place. You're going to see us crop up as the majority in counties in those states. So if you look at the bar chart, it'll show you American Indian, Alaska Native, and you'll see that. And the brown, and you'll see blue for the Black population and green for the Hispanic population. So if you look at this map, you will see where each group is the majority in certain counties when you look at this map right here. And of course, that is going to grow as each year rolls by. You're going to see those changes happening. And it's going to become very prevalent as it is now. Overall, 69 counties were majority Hispanic in 2018, 72 were majority Black, and 10 were majority American Indian or Alaska Native. The majority American Indian or Alaska Native counties are unique, and in that most have experienced overall population declines since 2000. Even as the share of American Indian or Alaska Native residents in these counties remained fairly flat. So they're not really growing, but they are the majority in certain counties. That's really all they're saying. But their population is really not growing that much. There were no US counties where Asians accounted for more than half of the population. Did you hear what I said? But they'll act like every group is larger than us. Right? So no counties are saying they are majority Asian in America. Okay. There were no US counties where Asians accounted for more than half of the population, but in Honolulu County, Hawaii, the population was 42% Asian, 9% Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander. The South and Southwest of the United States hold most of the counties where Hispanic, Black, or Indigenous people make up a majority of residents. These counties represent just 5% of the 3,142 counties in the US and about half of the country's 293 majority non white counties. Rapid growth in majority Hispanic counties. The number of majority Hispanic counties doubled between 2000 and 2018 from 34 to 69, mostly in the South and West. But all but four of these 69 counties, the Hispanic share of the population grew during that period. The few counties that experienced declines saw only slight decreases, and no county that was majority Hispanic in 2000 fell below 50% Hispanic by 2018. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't change because remember, Hispanics are not having babies like they used to, especially this younger generation. They don't want a whole pile of babies anymore. They are very Americanized. They want careers, they want homes, they want to enjoy life without children. So they're not running out having all them babies anymore. So it's showing you in the chart. And if you notice, one thing I notice about Hispanics, they like living around the border states. And you can see that here when you look at the map. You got Florida, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and Washington State. Now, you do have Kansas. That's probably the most inland where you will see them. But if you notice, they always tend to stay around border states. This is why if you are in certain parts of the country, you won't see them everywhere. These trends are in line with the growth of the American US Hispanic population as a whole, which reached a high in 2018, even as the rate of growth slowed, and it's going to continue to slow. Like I said, this new generation that are around the age of having babies, they want careers now. They don't grew up and they were born and raised in America, so they think more like Americans. Okay, the Latino population grew at the fastest rate than most other racial or ethnic groups during the 2000s due to relatively high birth rates among Hispanic women and immigration from Latin America. In 2018, Texas was home to the 10 counties in the US with the largest share of Hispanic residents. Starr County, home to about 65,000 people overall, had the largest concentration of Hispanic residents at 96% of the population. Other counties where Hispanics accounted for an especially large share of residents included Webb, 95%, Hidalgo, 92%, Cameron counties, 90%, all in Texas. Hispanic populations of some larger U.S. counties also grew between 2000 and 2018. San Bernardino County, California, population 2.2 million, was the most populous county to become majority Hispanic during this span. Osceola County, Florida, home to about 370,000, saw the largest percentage point increase in Hispanic residents during this time, 26 points, rising from 29% to 55%. Okay. The migration US Black population. While the Black share of the total US population has not changed substantially over the last 2 decades, the number of majority Black counties in the US grew from 65 to 72 between 2000 and 2018. Now, I want y'all to remember we grew between 2000 and 2018, but these folks are still insisting that we are 13% of the population from 1860, and they want us to believe them. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, lie IQ. Yeah, right. One contributing factor may be migration of Black Americans from the North to the South and from cities into suburbs. So if you look at the blue on the map, this is showing you areas where we are the majority in the country, in that county. Okay, so you can see in this map, you see one county in Missouri, and you see a few counties in Arkansas, Tennessee, Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. So those are the counties where we are the majority. All right. So it says through the number of majority Black counties increased between 2000 and 2018, 8 counties that were majority Black dropped below 50% during that time. These include U.S. cities of Richmond, Virginia, St. Louis, Missouri, and Washington, D.C. Yeah, because gentrification. Okay. There are now 15 majority Black counties that were not majority Black in 2000. Among them, Rockdale County, Georgia, located about a half an hour outside Atlanta, had the largest percentage point increase in the share of Black residents from 18% in 2000 to 55% in 2018. With about 930,000 residents, Shelby County, Tennessee, which contains Memphis, was the county with the largest population to become majority Black. The 10 counties with the largest share of Black residents in 2018 were in Mississippi, 7 counties, Alabama, 2, Virginia, 1. In these 10 counties, about 70% were more residents were Black. Okay, so there you go. Meanwhile, 8 counties that were majority Black in 2000 are no longer. 3 of these are large U.S. cities that the census includes in its county estimates: Washington, D.C., Richmond, Virginia, and St. Louis, Missouri. Washington, home to roughly 702,000 residents in 2018, saw a 19% increase in total population during that period, while its Black population decreased by 9%. The city's share of Black residents declined by 15% percentage points, from 60% to 45%. Majority American Indian or Alaska Native counties. In 2018, there were 8 U.S. counties where more than half of the population was American Indian. 2 other counties were majority Alaska Native, while majority Hispanic and Black counties are growing in numbers. Now, do you hear anything about our numbers falling? They said the counties that Blacks and Hispanics are in are growing in numbers. So, how are we still 13%? Ladies and gentlemen, these questions must be asked. And then always point to the fact that they started saying that in 1860. Okay, so if we're still 13%, we are one sterile group on the planet, and we know that's not the case. These predominantly American Indian or Alaska Native have experienced a net population loss from 2000 to 2018. And one county that was majority American Indian or Alaska Native in 2000 is no longer San Juan County, Utah, where the share of American Indian residents fell 8% points from 55 to 47%. All 10 majority American Indian counties are located on or near reservation land in the Midwest and the West, and most have populations of fewer than 20,000 people. The exceptions are McKinley County, New Mexico, and Apache County, Arizona, both of which are home to about 72,000 people. 2 counties where the majority of residents were Alaska Native are both in rural Alaska, Bethel census area, population of roughly 18,000, and Nome census area, population of about 10,000. Okay, so here are the counties across the US that are majority Black, Hispanic, or Indigenous. Okay, I don't think they got all 50 states, so they're just showing you. And if you look over here in the column to the right, you will see what the population majority is in these counties. So they're showing you Alabama first, Alaska, and you'll see right here at the top, Alabama, Black. All right. So you can see the state and county, the percentage of the population, and what percentage is Hispanic or Black or Native American, Alaska Native. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. I just want y'all to notice the amount of counties that are majority Black. Wow. There ain't no way we're sitting at some damn 13 lie IQ. Y'all, y'all got to stop listening to them and stop repeating those numbers because it is not accurate. And they know it's not accurate. They're just hoping you won't figure out that we are a lot bigger than what they're saying. That's really the whole goal. Oh, if you think you're small, you won't do nothing to them. That's all. That's the only reason why we're being told that crap. Right, that's Texas. So that is, where you see the long string of Hispanics. That's Texas. You can see all of them. And then Virginia. Wow, look at how many counties in Virginia that are majority Black. Wow. So just know these are not all 50 states, ladies and gentlemen. This is not all 50 states. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story and how they are saying right here in the story that we are growing. So if you're growing, there's no way you're just sitting at one number. It's a psychological warfare. That's what's going on. And that's why they want you to continue to believe that you're some little tiny pocket in America. But you're fooling no one. I'm certainly not fooled. And I know many of my subscribers aren't either. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.